welcome back to another episode of Buffalo Happy Hour. Mike, what's going on?
Derek, we are back, downtown Buffalo, and this is like the heart of the city, so we're super excited for this. But we'll start with introductions and titles, I guess, if they exist, and then we'll dive into all things you guys. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm Sam. I've been managing here at the Draft Room for a little bit. I've bartended here before, but here we are.
If you had to describe the Draft Room, how would you I mean, I'm sure that there's so many different things that come to mind, but like, what's the Draft Room known for?
It's a great atmosphere. I mean, we have 24 beers on tap. We're known for the events at KeyBank and how we have parties before and after, and just, I don't know, being a real Buffalo bar. We have a Buffalo-inspired menu and different Buffalo things, so I don't know, it's Buffalo.
And the food here is amazing.
Yeah.
But, so, not like literally any viewer cares, but when this building first opened, there was a building association that came here that's very well known in the city, and luckily I ended up being a member through my old employer. So I came here when this place first opened, and they were still basically building the third floor of the building, and it was insane to see because we were the nerds asking the permit questions and the zoning questions and how this whole works, because you have two different bars in different areas, and can you walk from bar to bar with a drink, and like how does that work with the county? And it was really interesting to see how that entire process was navigated, because there are so many opportunities to just leave your seat and see other areas, and you're like, can I do that? And initially they were kind of like, not really, but over here you can, just don't do that over there. So is that still a thing where a lot of people are just kind of like roaming around and you got to kind of corral them back into like their bar, because there's so many different bars here?
Yeah, a little bit. People do generally stay in like the general vicinity of the bar that they chose at the beginning when they got here. Like if you're at the main bar, you're probably not going to make the walk over unless that's where you wanted to be in the beginning. There's a lot to do outside as well. We have a big patio with cornhole and all this different stuff, so people take drinks out there, but there's a bar connection from the lower bar to get drinks out there as well.
You're never not going to be thirsty.
No, and like from a beer, because a lot of people I think associate, because it's the, like, what's the formal name of this place?
So we're the Draft Room. We're inside of the Labatt House, which is like the original big building, but the Draft Room is our restaurant with our main bar and our low bar and everything inside.
So do you guys have a requirement to serve Labatt Beer? Or like, how does that partnership, or even if there is a partnership, does that exist?
Yeah, we do a lot of work with them, actually. We don't have a requirement to serve them, but we obviously love to. We have Labatt Blue and Blue Light on draft, and then one of our drafts is usually brewed in-house by the brew house. They have a brewmaster that comes in sometimes, and we get a specific beer from them that's basically in-house. It's not made by us, but it was made in-house from them, so it's really cool.
They come here like once a week, did you say?
It depends when they come in. I don't know, sometimes they're open more for events in the brew house, but they come and do it whenever they can.
That's fascinating that we literally got a Canadian beer company to like brew beer in Buffalo.
Well, they moved their headquarters here.
That's insane to me how much we drink.
We wouldn't stop drinking it. And it's crazy too, because my dad specifically only drinks Labatt. So that's his go-to. It's always been his go-to. There was Labatt Blue inside my house since I showed up. So now it's kind of interesting to see that transition. And he tries to take credit for it. He's like, I could see this coming. I'm like, Dad, just because you live at Consumers, right? Like, but it's really cool now that there's all of that, because their offices are upstairs. And do you want to touch on that piece too? Just because you're kind of getting that blend of, okay, work's over with, I'm just going to go downstairs really quick, and then I'm going to go home. Like, how often does that happen?
It happens a lot with not only Labatt, but PSE has offices upstairs, Pool of Sports, and next door, KeyBank. A lot of people that work there come over as well. So we have like regulars that we meet them, and we all get to work together and make those connections.
That's so cool. So the beers that you have on tap, though, do you have local options?
Yeah, we do a lot. We want to keep it kind of in the area. We have some from like Genesee Brewing, and we have the Hayburner, which obviously Big Ditch is nearby. We have Resurgence. We try to keep it local because, like I said, with the food, we're a Buffalo-themed menu, so we try to keep it like local.
Did you have to do any remodeling or anything like that when you guys got here, or was it all pretty much set up?
Yeah, no, it was pretty much set up.
That's
so
sweet.
We took over about 1.5 years ago, and when we got here, I mean, it was decked out and everything that you see here. So it was really cool to step in and do what we needed to do to get it open.
Yeah, and then just focus on like the food and the entertaining aspect rather than trying to create different entertaining spaces. Because I mean, this place is massive.
Yeah.
It really is.
Do you want to touch on your menu? Because the whole buffalo-based aspect probably deserves a little bit more highlighting because the
Yeah, of
food here
course.
is incredible. But what is the actual menu layout?
So we have an event menu, but then we have like our normal bigger menu. Obviously the buffalo-based things, like we have pizza logs, we have a beef on weck. We also have like a jalapeno burger. Just some really cool options on the menu. But pretzel sticks, I mean, people love those at any bar. But I don't know, we like to try and get as many like buffalo type things into the menu as we can.
Nice.
Are there happy hour specials and stuff like that for people?
Yeah, we're starting one, a new one actually this summer. So we're going to be doing a new slider special that we're having. We do also like beer buckets and stuff. So we're doing like beer buckets and like burger sliders kind of, but it's with chicken. So we're doing
Ooh.
something new with that.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're actually supposed to be like launching that out this week. So it'll be good.
That sounds incredible.
It does.
How did you get involved in the industry in general?
Well, I mean, I've been in restaurants since I was allowed to work in them. I've been working since I was 16 in a restaurant, but my dad actually was one of the people that took over this, and I started bartending here once he did. So now that I'm done with school, I took on a bigger role because I was always helping with like scheduling type stuff and like little management things, but I never had the time to take on a full-on role. So I've been helping a lot with that, and that's how I got into it.
Do you like this new kind of role that you're assuming?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've always tried, no matter where I've worked, I've helped like little bits, whatever I can do. I mean, as a bartender, but like, you know, you can do a lot more in the restaurant and with organization and just everything like that. So now that I'm in a higher role, I really do enjoy like the organization and
Sure.
everything that I have to do with it.
That's really cool.
There's got to be ebbs and flows though here though, right? Because I mean, right now Sabres aren't playing. I mean, granted they're better this year, but I mean, you guys took it over at a good time because a lot of people probably didn't want to go out and celebrate after.
Yeah, I mean, it's really great the time that we are taking over because we want to see the Sabres succeed, obviously. We want to see the Bandits succeed. It's really nice to be next door to both of them. But with the Sabres getting better and better, I think we're going to hopefully see a championship next door, and it'd be really cool to be right here when that happens.
You also get that foot traffic from the Cobblestone District. For those that don't know, it's literally just the other side of the building. And you're getting a lot of the comedy club audience members that leave the comedy club
Yep.
and they come here. And then there are rumors, we can't confirm nor deny them, but there may be after parties from that comedy club that spill over here as well. So do you want to touch on kind of that, where you look over and you're just like, I literally know you from like Comedy Central, like you're having a beer right now, it's kind of strange.
Or even like any famous people coming here. I feel like it
Yeah.
has to happen.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. We
Yeah.
do get a lot from Helium. I mean, people going to see the shows, but the people that are in the shows, we've been trying to work with them. We love working with other people on the Cobblestone. I mean, the Cobblestone District is great. I mean, we're kind of like a big family of different places that we try to work together, so it's really cool in that aspect.
Oh, go for it.
No, so with like celebrities and different famous people, I mean, we see so many people. Upstairs, we have that private speakeasy, and on the wall, actually, on your way up, we have a big wall of people that we've had come in here. We just had Danielle Bradbury. She won season 4 of The Voice, I believe.
Oh, okay.
She was here singing downstairs, free concert. The picture of her upstairs. We have Ian Somerhalder. He does the Brothers Bond Bourbon, and we had him here. We've had Bills here, Sabres. It's really cool the different people that we get to meet being here.
I want to. So, were you guys always planning on getting into this industry? Like, if this place wasn't available, would you guys have gotten into it to own your own place?
I mean, my whole life, my dad has always said, like, oh, what if we open this kind of place or this kind of place? We never really got into it. And then finally, we heard through a few people, a few connections, that the Pugulas might be selling. So we got in, and here we are.
Was it called the Draft Room before?
I believe it was.
It
Yeah,
was.
it was the draft room, but again, inside the Labatt House, so people knew it more as the
Sure.
Labatt House. But
Did you guys
No.
ever think about putting a different name on it?
we've thought about it in the past. But I don't know. I think just in general, we should really keep the original name, and everyone knows what it is. Like, it's the legacy of the place. I think the draft room is really just the name of it.
And it's become more or less like a destination now. I mean, people know the Draft Room as the Draft Room. If you put a different name on it, people would be like, "What? What's that? Where is this
Yeah.
place?"
I don't really think I would want to change it.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us want to. It just, I don't know, it fits with it.
It is kind of perfect.
It does, it makes complete sense. you hit on upstairs, and there's been a couple restaurants way outside of Buffalo. There's a famous seafood place in Charleston, South Carolina, and they have photographs all over the walls, and it's just of different celebrities that have eaten a meal inside the restaurant. And you guys have that signature wall, which is really cool. So speaking about upstairs, because that's a whole different, essentially, industry's audience gonna come here because it's whiskey instead of beer.
Yep.
Generally. So, of course, because it's a speakeasy, but there's a lot of really well-known distilleries in Buffalo, lock houses across the parking lot, which is great because then you can use a lot of their ingredients to make cocktails. So what is it like having that upstairs as an option?
It is a really cool option. People can rent it out. Also, we have memberships upstairs, different individual or corporate memberships, and it's a really cool space for people to come up. I mean, we have a bookcase that people walk through. It's really cool. I don't know, it was just set up really nicely, and it's a really cool place. If people have the opportunity to go up there, we try to set things up when we can, but it's really cool.
We did a recent interview there, which you might see on our YouTube, but it's a really, I feel, heavily influenced New York City vibe inside of that entire space, and the furniture is super comfortable.
Yeah, I like how that is, where like you walk in and it's just like decorative chairs. There's no tables, there's no nothing. It's just you're going up there not to like eat or anything. It's just to be comfy and just sit wherever you want, because there wasn't a spot that didn't have a chair in it.
Correct. The entire layout is basically built on conversations, cocktails, or neat whiskey, and then you're just relaxing and networking and really just kind of losing track of time. I've heard that there's a space for jazz bands or some type of live music. Is that often the case upstairs or no?
Yeah, actually, so we have a little stage upstairs. We can do bands and stuff. We have singers come up a lot. It's a really cool space that they can do it there.
And it's a private bathroom up there for everybody, so that's great. And then I think their hours are, does that place close?
It's Wednesday to Saturday, and we open at 4 p.m. for members, obviously, but
Okay.
It closes whenever reservations are done or whenever members are done up there.
Can you imagine being a bartender?
Yeah,
It's like,
no,
what,
right.
honey, what time do you work till? I don't know. I
Yeah.
have no idea. Like, when I come home, that's pretty much when I work till.
So if you have a membership, you still make reservations?
You can. I mean, it depends. I mean, obviously, when there's something next door, we know people are probably just going to come up. But if you make a reservation, then we'll make sure that, like, you have the right people there upstairs ready to serve you.
Yeah.
Is there a guest limit of how many people you can bring up with you?
It depends on the membership, how many people you can
Oh,
have.
okay.
But, yeah.
That's really
Interesting.
cool. So if you're interested in being a member, come and ask questions or visit the website, because it's a lot of information, it's a lot to digest, and it's way too involved for this type of a setting. But it's on the website, and the website is...
thedraftroombuff.com.
That's
Buff
easy.
with one F. Yeah.
I feel like that's, are there any other places that do that here in Buffalo?
There's like a few speakeasies. I really don't think there's many.
Yeah.
I think Hartman's just did one, but it's not like the same type of like, I like to call it like a country club type thing, because you're a member to be in a country club, so it's like a membership to be upstairs. I don't know if anywhere else really has that, but I know like you were saying, it's a New York City vibe. New York City has so many speakeasies. I know when Kim Pagula was setting it up upstairs, she visited speakeasies all over the country when she was like planning the whole thing, and that's how she came up with the comfy chairs and the setting and everything like that. So it's a really cool space. We do have like a full bar that people can sit at as well. We have a different food menu upstairs as well, so it's a different vibe up there.
She had me at the country club analogy.
Oh, here we go. And it's also like 17 times the size of a normal speakeasy.
Oh, yeah, it's massive.
It's huge upstairs.
Yeah.
Was that part of the deal when you guys acquired it? Was that has to be running, or do you ever think about closing it down?
No, we never think about closing it down.
Hell yeah.
We love the people that come up there. I mean, you make great networking and connections and everything like that. So, I don't know. We really like having it up there. We like the people that we meet. I mean, we love the people down here as well, but it's a cool addition onto our building, so we would never close it.
I noticed behind the bar, obviously there's a lot of beer. You have quite a bit of beer up there. But the alcohol options, do you have more alcohol, or is that it? Or do you try to drive people upstairs?
No, we definitely do have alcohol
Okay.
options down here. There's wells behind the bar that also have like your mainstream
Sure.
options like Tito's, Kettle One, even Grey Goose back there. Just different things like Jack. But yeah, no, people can get anything really down here. It's just a lot of people do when you're trying to get to the games. People come in, they want to get a beer, and they just want to
Crush and run.
be ready. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you worked with any local breweries to like brew your own beer outside of what the Labatt would do, like do a draft house beer or pilsner or whatever?
Yeah, we haven't yet, but I think we would probably do it with the brew house next door if
Sure.
we were to do anything. I mean, it's in-house, so it's easy, but
Sure.
we've done a few. When Rick Jenneret was retiring, we had Scary Good. That was
right.
one of like the cool names that we had up there, but yeah.
That's
It's cool.
Has he been here?
I think maybe a bit ago. I've never seen him here, but
That dude's a legend.
Oh, absolutely.
I would
That is
literally
like-
faint if I seen him just walk up the ramp.
I
You know?
would
Would you
have
make
loved
him-
to see him in here.
Yeah.
Would you make him say something?
No, I would just say, hi, sir, nice to meet you. And then he would have, responded like a normal human being.
Good,
And it
thank
would have
you.
been like, that's what you sound like in real life. Like,
'Cause
wow.
if you made him say Mayday or something, I would have punched you.
Yeah, no. We got to respect the people, It's craziness. Now, kind of an off question. Is there non-alcoholic options? Because in the last year and a half, there's
Clutch.
been this insane push for non-alcoholic options, or like someone's a DD. So I just want a water, I just want a cold glass of milk. Name that movie. We'll talk about it later.
All right,
So
dude.
do you have that option here?
Yeah, we actually have the Labatt Blue NA, so that's a good non-alcoholic beer option. Not all places carry non-alcoholic beer, but I think that's cool. I mean, obviously, any of the cocktails that we make, we can do them non-alcoholic. We have, any soda on the gun. So
Sure. Do you do seltzers here too?
yeah, we have High Noon seltzers, those kinds, not the non-alcoholic
Sure,
seltzers. But
yeah.
yeah, we have High Noon, we have White Claw sometimes.
Okay.
What's the staff like here? Were you getting them from other places? Do you have a person that knows how to make cocktails that you've poached from somewhere else? Poach is a weird word, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, we try not to do that. People normally approach us. We're on Indeed, so if people are looking for jobs, that's the place that they look. But we actually just found people, in the area, people looking for jobs. Sometimes they found us, but yeah,
That's
sometimes
huge.
it's our friends, family friends. A lot of people who work here then bring their friends, so it's a really cool place to work because everyone's friends here.
So you can book parties down here too.
Yes.
How do you do that? And where's that cornhole area? Because I'm down to throw some bags right now.
It's way over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cornhole's outside. We have a huge outdoor patio. We're getting different couches and stuff like that to sit outside, make it really comfortable.
Nice.
We want to do some cornhole tournaments this summer. We try to do that as well. But yeah, you can rent out really any sort of space. We've done all of it. We've done the main bar up here. We've done the lower bar, and we can do outside. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
They have roll-up doors going towards the patio, which is super bougie. But when this building was first getting retrofitted to become what it is, that was a huge push, especially at that time, because that was 5 years ago, give or take. And that was huge because Resurgence had that option, and it blew everyone's brains. They're just oh, this is crazy, indoor, outdoor, because we're trying to keep up with California, because we're obviously so far behind. But innovatively, are you guys doing anything that's fresh and upcoming other than the cornhole tournament?
we're trying to get a few different things in here. We're open to so many different options. So if people are looking for a space to hold some sort of event or anything like that that's open to the public, we are more than welcome to do that. We're trying to do a lot of things this summer because this is a warm summer already and we're only in the end of May. But we love opening those garage doors and having just a, Florida, California type feel like you were saying before. But yeah.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Me too.
So website and social media again. Can you hit those?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the website, we're always working on it. It has our different menus on there and just different things to see. You can contact us about an event on the website through our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We have all three that we post everything that we're doing here. And it's just a good place to get information about here.
Sure.
And the social media handles? What were those?
The Draft Room Buff.
Okay.
Same
With
as
one
the
F.
website. Yes, one F.
One F.
Yep.
If someone was to come here for the first time, what would you recommend they either eat or drink or both?
Wow, I mean, we have some really good options. I don't know. I love our food. I mean, I love pizza logs. I'm a big
Yeah.
pizza log
Oh, hell
person,
yeah.
and I mean, especially buffalo. You gotta, we have onion rings here that we serve with our own special draft sauce. So it's our own special blend, secret recipe, can't tell you, but
That's fine.
it's really good. So I would order something with that if I were to order. Drink wise, I mean, we have so many different beer options. I mean, I would want to try them all. We do flights here, so you can get a flight of like 4 beers for like $16, and that's a really cool option too. You can try a bunch of different things.
You have sit-down dinners though too, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we talk pizza logs and everything. What's the food like here from a sit-down dinner? Is it burgers, pub food? Okay.
Yeah, we have burgers, pizzas, different handheld options. So sometimes wraps and like chicken sandwiches, a lot of different things. Beef on whack, like we said before.
Nice. Love
Yeah.
that.
No
Cool.
doubt.
Anything else we didn't touch on that you wanna hit on before we close out?
I don't believe so. I can't
Okay.
remember if there was anything we missed.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Go check them out on social media. Hit her up if you are looking for membership upstairs. I mean, it is like a country club. And come down here, have some food, grab some beers, and just take some time to enjoy yourself. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.